Now, if you're looking to make your money work harder, or in fact, if you're making to look somebody else's money work harder, then you could do worse than consider investing in an HMO. Hello, I'm Paul Smith and I hope you are very well. Welcome to this week's edition of Money Matters, because after all, money does matter. What, I hear you ask, is an HMO? Well, an HMO is typically a regular house, could be a flat, and it's where you're not letting the property by the month to a family, you let in a room by the week, typically to an individual or maybe a couple. And they want the bills included, gas, water, electric, Wi-Fi, council tax. So you're getting a flat rate for the room. So if you like the idea of maybe increasing your cash flow, but still just buying normal properties, how can you do it? So let's have a look first at why you would do that. Well, let me give you some real numbers. We're just buying one at the moment here in Doncaster. I could give you all sorts of figures. I'm going to give you the easy figures from where we operate because that's what I know. We are buying a three bedroom, 2 reception, terraced property. Now, there's all sorts of rules and regulations that came in October 2018 that made investing in HMOs more difficult if it's got 5 or more bedrooms in England and Wales. Scotland, 3. Which means in England and Wales, you want to get your first one, get one with 4 bedrooms. Now, why am I buying a 3-bedroom house and I'm going to use it as a 4-bedroom HMO? Well, I've got 3 bedrooms, but then I've got a lounge and a dining room. So I can have the 3 bedrooms as bedrooms, and then I can use one of the downstairs rooms as one of the reception rooms as another bedroom, which is fine because the kitchen's nice and big. They can share the kitchen. On top of that, we've got an upstairs bathroom, and in addition to that, there's a downstairs toilet. So, for 4 people, that's good, isn't it? 4 people sharing a house, sharing the kitchen, sharing a public room, a lounge. They can all watch TV together, or whatever else they want to do, chat and whatever, catch up. And then, okay, there's only 1 bathroom, but at least there's 2 toilets, so shouldn't be too congested of a morning. How much does all this cost, Paul? Well, the offer we've had accepted on this particular property is £65,000. Okay, that's a good deal. But let's say even that you paid £70,000 or £80,000, which is probably more like what we should have paid, but we've been doing this a while and we've got good networks and whatever. We know how to get properties direct to vendor. But let's say for the sake of this example that you spend £80,000, but you get a 4-bed HMO. Now this particular property, if it was let as a single let, you'd be getting £550 a month. And if you do the figures based on, say you bought it for 80, say you got a £60,000 mortgage, say it was 2%, £60,000 buy-to-let mortgage. Well, 2% of 60,000 is £1,200. £1,200 a year divided by 12 months is £100 a month. So you can do the figures. It works all day long as a buy-to-let. But if you take the same property and instead of renting it out for a few £100 per month to a family or something, you let the individual rooms out for £80 to £85 a week. What do the numbers look like now? Get a piece of paper, write it down. So if you've got let's be conservative, £80 a week times 4 is 320 quid. 4 8s are 32, so 4 times 80 is 320. 320 times 4, because you've got 4 weeks in a month, is 1,280. Ooh, that's a lot of money, isn't it? But it gets actually a little bit better than that because there aren't 4 weeks in a month, there's 4.2 weeks in a month. Because as you know, I'm sure, some months have got 4 weeks and some months have got 5. The average through the year is 4.2. So you've got 1,280, but if we add on the 0.2, you're actually closer to 1,350. So instead of getting a rent of 500-600, you're now getting a rent of 1,300-1,400. But you've got to pay the utilities. You've got to pay the Wi-Fi, you've got to pay the council tax. Now add those all together, you're talking 300 quid a month for a property like that. So take your 1,350, take off 300 quid for utilities, you're back down to 1,050. What else you got to make allowances for? Well, what we do is we like to keep all of our properties in tip-top condition. So we allow 25% for let-in fees, for agents' fees, for voids, for maintenance, for all of this stuff. So let's drop the 50 quid. Let's say the 50 quid covers your insurance. So you've now got £1,000, take off 25%, so it takes you at 750. Now take off your £100 mortgage is £650 per month profit after all costs on a 65 to £80,000 property. You can't do that with a single let. So the returns are much higher. So for your first HMO, I'll be saying something different. If you're an experienced investor, I'll be saying get a bigger HMO because it's more efficient, and more of that on another day. This is just to get you looking at your very first HMO. You're going to avoid having to comply completely with the vast majority of the HMO regulations if you've only got 4 rooms. You still need to keep an eye out for local authority council requirements like minimum room sizes and stuff like that. But essentially, if you come and do a 2-day course with us, we can teach you the ins and outs of how to do all this, and very quickly you could be buying houses to turn into 4-bedroom HMOs with 0 spend. Okay? Now, if you add to that the little twist of, if you buy it for 65, but get it revalued at 80, 85, you can pull all your money out. So we can do this and get all of our money out. And I can teach you how to do that too. And the final thing I'd say to you is, to make sure you're not clobbered by all the anti-landlord legislation, don't buy it in your own name. Set up a limited company. We can teach you how to do that as well. And buy your HMO in a limited company. So to summarise my top tips for your first HMO, number 1, make sure it's an affordable property. Number 2, make sure you've got somebody really good to manage it for you. Number 3, make sure that you've got a basic understanding of the ins and outs of both national HMO regulations, but also the local stuff, and a couple of days will kill that for you. Number 4, doing a limited company. And 5th, enjoy, because if you can start picking up properties where you can recycle all your money out and make £600 a month, how many of those do you need for complete and absolute financial freedom? 5? £3,000 a month profit? 10? £6,000 a month profit? 20? £12,000 a month profit? You get the right training, you get the right support, you get the right education. Come check us out at Touchstone, come and see us. Come on one of our free courses, just come and check us out. Do a webinar with us. Learn how to do this. Most people, right application, right knowledge, right support, completely and absolutely financially free within a year. If that sounds good, I'd love to work with you on it. You've been wonderful. I've been Paul. See you very soon. Bye-bye.